Kalayim La Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakah, Badash. Double honor to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone who grew well, teach well, with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Also the brothers who labor in this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in times. Shalom to you, brothers and your very few sisters believe in this truth wholeheartedly. Shalom. All right, we're going to make this brief. The disparity of Hashem Yahushua. I just was wrestling with this, last night while I was in between sleep. This is what came to my spirit to wake up and do it. So, this will be in transit with the disparity of Hashem Yahushua. Bless and be edifying. All right, this is Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put off from day to day. Right, so that is, as we get closer and closer to the finish line, to the disparity of Hashem Yahushua, because every day is getting us closer to the finish line. Every day we get to prophesize the downfall of this place, we get closer to the finish line. We breaking down these strongholds, like the brothers always say, we spiritually circling the walls of Jericho, and that's exactly what we doing. We're doing what the prophets of old did, and that's be the mouthpiece of the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, before that rulership. Or that rulership, is being taken down. It's being prophesied against. And that's what's happening day by day. But during this time, like it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Tarry means wait and putting it off from day to day. And feel like, hey, this is something I can do some other time, right? No, this is something you got to do all the time. You got to have a balance, but that balance have to be leaning more on this side. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come. See, when they say peace and safety, that's when destruction is gonna come. So when you in your folly, because folly is set in great dignity. So when you in your folly, doing what you're doing, that's when suddenly the wrath gonna come. You're not thinking. You see, people start to get desensitized what's going on. They get used to what's going on, and they take on these new legislations. And they have a little, they buck up a little bit, but then they just, they do what Massa tell them. Yes, a Massa, especially Jacob, man. We have that slave mentality, but we should have that pre-chariot mindset, like the elders will go into, man. Have that pre-chariot mindset, that rulership mentality, because we're gonna be ruling in the kingdom to come. Yasharallah. So make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put not off from day to day, but suddenly shall the wrath come of the Lord. Suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come. For, and then thy security. So when you in your security, when you like peace and safety, when you feel, that everything is secure, you did what you had to do. You took your fourth juicy juice. You took your fourth dose. You know what I mean? And I don't want get this. You took your fourth juicy juice. You feeling you're in your security. You're going to work. You should see it, man. You should see Jake I work with, man. They can't wait, man. They can't wait. They can't wait to take another a drink. Let's just keep it like that, man. They can't wait to take their fourth drink. All right. Their fourth cup of wine, or that that they put in their body, that the poison philosophies, man. They can't wait, cause they want to be in their security, man. They got goals, they got dreams. See, the fashion of this world is gonna pass away, man. This place is set for utter destruction. This rulership, he has a bounds that he can't pass. Esau Edom. And once he gets to that bounds, man, it's over. Once he fills up his belly, it's over, man. It's over. So that's why you see a great multitude being woken up right now. You want, through the spirit of Hashem Yahushua, you want to be part of that number, and you want to remain part of that number. See, once you wake up, you got to stay up. And it's all through the spirit of Hashem Yahushua, man. And that's why we humbly say we the hopeful elect, because we're working out our salvation with fear and trembling. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So we know this is an endurance. This is something that you got to not only, redeem the time, because the days are evil. You got to redeem the time. You can't be Tyrian, man. But you got to also remain. And that's all going to be through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why we fight. And we pray we up that number, because that the elect was ordained from the beginning. And the elect is going to be doing the Lord's work. That's why we have we have an idea that we may be of that number, but see, now we got to see many are called but few are chosen. So we got to remain in the game. And then our security, thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So we want to escape them said perils, man. We don't want to be destroyed, right, by hunger, by the sword. We don't want to be destroyed by those things, man, by famine. These things that's being engineered on the left-hand side via Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, making them do these things. Because this is all has to be, see, Yahushua came in the spirit of prophecy. The testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. And, and his word will not return unto him void. And that's why these said perils. That's why they're said perils, man. All right, so let's go from that. We ain't going to go too much on that. Let's go from there. Let's go to Psalms 110 and 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. All right, so you see that's what's going to happen, man. And when Yahweh Shai is lifting a standard amongst the people, with his people, amongst the people, that's when the people going to be willing, when they see them spiritual powers, and people's going to get saved from those spiritual, seeing, witnessing those spiritual powers, man. At that last second, that buzzer beater is going to be men and women and children that's going to come in that last second. And see, that's why we got to continue to push this word forth, man, because we know it's not going to return its own void. Just being the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See, the people won't be willing in that last day. That's why you have Isaiah 4:1 when these women's gonna say, "Can you take away my reproach?" Because they're gonna be willing in that day of power, man. They're gonna know there's been a prophet among them. They're gonna know who the men of the Lord are, man. In those days, man. And then it's gonna be a time where it's too late. All right. And the beauties of holiness from the womb of morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. All right. So they're going to know there's been a prophet among them, man. When these things come to pass, then they're going to know. When it started raining, and because it was only a dew on the earth when Noah was telling them about the flood. But when it started raining, they knew there was a prophet among them, and Noah was a prophet. And he prophesied for 120 years, but nobody listened. They was carrying. They didn't have any belief. That's why it says, don't let the incredulity of them, that's the unbelief, okay? Don't let the incredulity of them, roughly paraphrasing, get you out of this thing. Don't let the incredulity of them trouble you, all right? I'm just going to continue to push this word forward, because that's what we've been commanded to do. And then I'll end it off with here. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Matter of fact, we'll start at on 1 actually. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I'm reproved. That's so we constantly watching and praying. And the Lord answered me. That's being circumspect, man. Watching and praying is being circumspect. And being circumspect, that means seeing what's around you, what's going on around you. Surf around and inspect it to see. So you got to be knowing what's going on around you, man. You can't be feeling, you seeing the enemy. See, the enemy is being subtle right now, man. That's why he's allowing you to feel like things is slightly back to normal, and because he's being subtle, man. While legislation, unrighteous decrees is being passed, you in your security, man. You thinking everything's all good. You see, the devil's gonna come down with a great wrath because he know he only have but a short time. So he's still gonna come down. He's gonna put on. He the ham. See, Babylon, America is the hammer of the earth, man. Everything they do, man, they rob, steal, and cheat, man. They ain't never did anything that was gonna benefit the people. They don't do anything to benefit their own people. The scriptures will let you know that. So what more are they gonna benefit? What you think they gonna benefit you, Jake? When since he been looking to slave Jake since Cain, man. The that spirit been looking to slay his brother since he slayed his brother, man. And since when Esau came out, he was looking to slay Jacob. And yet Jacob's name was later changed to Israel. And Israel's the 12 patriarchs. The Israel is Yasharallah, the 12 patriarchs. Okay? The 12 tribes of the chosen people of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. That's what that consists of, man. That's what the promises were given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob's his seed, right? So there you go. That's the promise. Unless you so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans, and the ones that stemming from those from that tribe scattered abroad, them groups scattered abroad. All right. So let's read this. Finish this up. And the Lord answered me and said, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tables." All right. So that's what we doing, man. We're out here prophesizing, making it plain upon tables. All right. And make it plain upon tables that he may run. So we got to be running. We got to run. All right. With this, that readeth it. So that's what we doing, man. We out here through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, taking what we learn. We teach it. We're continuing what thou hast learned. From our apostles and elders. That was through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's why we believe that the men, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone are the true men of the Lord, man. That's what we believe, man. Because they have the sound doctrine, man. Somebody has to have the truth. And that's what we believe. But see, you guys going to and fro, man. Y'all tarrying. We know there's been a number that's counted for the slaughter, and that's you 2/3. But we're going to continue to do the work until the very end, man. Until the Lord shuts our mouthpiece, man, and our tongue is cleaved to the roof of our mouth, man. That's it. That's when there's going to be a famine of the word. Until the Lord shuts us up. And he's ultimately shutting his own mouth. He's going to no longer stretch out that hand. 3, Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see? Wait for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry. All right? So with that, I pray that this lesson was edifying to the flock, to the sheep. See, even though you tarry, but these prophecies are gonna come to pass, man. Right? So just like the days of Noah, man, these prophecies will come to pass. Whether you hear or forbear, man. All right, with that, say shalom.